What's good is we have two. They're brothers, so they just can go and hang out.
Yeah.
Like,
they have each other.
Yeah.
My cat is nobody.
That's one of the deepest bonds there is.
Yeah.
Cat
Between
brothers.
cat brothers. I have a boy cat and a girl cat, and it's like fucking moonstruck every day of my life. Just abusing this poor woman cat. Not a human, a cat. Okay, we're going to start the show and dance a little bit.
Quorators.
Kung Pao, welcome back. Monday morning, we're here live on the Quorators podcast. What you're hearing are the smooth sounds coming through your stereo, so don't turn that dial. And by dial, I mean button on your phone. I'm Alex, and this is Jeremy.
How's it going?
We're America's premier Quora-based podcast.
If there's another, I don't want to hear it.
I am sick of them already. Do they get tagged in the post intended for the Quora CEO?
Probably not.
Probably not. Probably not like we do. But enough on that. We have an exciting guest for you this week. And this fellow is all the way from Laughtown, USA. That's right. The Big Apple, New York City. You're going to love him. Please welcome the one and only Martin Urbano. Martin?
Happy to be here.
It's great to have you. Martin, have you been on Quora before?
Yes.
Good.
Thumbs up or thumbs down?
Thumbs all the way up. It's fun.
Hell yes. I'm glad you feel this way. I feel like sometimes we have people over here and introduce them to Quora, and you can tell like minute 4, like, this is not for me. And it's like, buckle up. You have 56 more minutes.
What about what's the difference between Quora and Reddit threads in your
I think
purview?
Quora is dumber.
Yeah.
Reddit's more like insufferable, right? I think Reddit people are like people who are like know-it-all, and then Quora is just for like true psychos to go and, I don't know, form new opinions.
It's also like the threads are more vague, right? So there's
Yeah.
more room to just hash it out in the comments. And really just tell any anecdote you'd like to. Did you just pass a video of sperm entering an egg?
Yeah.
Okay,
the
just
homepage
checking. I'm
says,
sorry, it's very
Orson
distracting.
That's
Scott
just
Card.
Pornhub. I don't know why you would describe it like that.
Orson Scott Card upvoted this GIF of sperm.
If you've been waiting for an upvote on sci-fi author Orson Scott Card, he's upvoting sperm pics.
Yeah, thank you, Orson.
82-year-old sci-fi Mormon author, Orson Scott Card. That's our live update from him. I'm excited to get into this week's theme. It is a doozy. But before we do that, we're going to have to go back to where it all started. And that is, of course, with advice here on the Tips for Men segment. Tips for Men! Martin, you're the guest. Do you have any tips for men?
Therapy.
Okay.
But also I did just start therapy. It's been
Okay, it's transformative for you. It does. You have a new glow.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, it was just every time people would say like men would rather do this than go to therapy, and I kept being like, I would rather do that. Than go to therapy. And then one day I changed my mind.
Makes me wonder what's happening over there. What am I missing that I'd rather eat a can of snakes? Jeremy, have you been to therapy?
Not once.
Yeah,
Ever.
you seem fucked
That's why I'm
up.
so
dog.
broken.
Yeah, I can fix him, and then it's Jeremy. Come on now, you're dealing with a viper right there, a veritable rattlesnake.
I had like weird, severe like OCD as a child, and my parents almost took me to a therapist, and then they said it went away. So I don't know what that means.
Just the threat.
I got like sent home from school like every day in pre-K because I kept insisting on making my belt so tight that I got sick. And they're like, we should take him to a therapist. And then I stopped. And now I'm so normal.
Did you not know to not do that, or like
I don't know. Apparently, I just needed everything on my body to be crazy tight.
Did
and
you
I
think
like,
you were supposed to be sick?
I don't like other thing was like I would insist that my shoes be so tight that I'd like lose circulation to my feet.
Oh, that's also not supposed to happen.
I agree.
Okay.
So you're into bondage stuff now.
I'm not though. Is the thing.
Okay.
It went
It's okay.
away.
Okay.
I wish I was. That sounds like it would be fun.
Seems fun, right?
Sometimes I look at people with fetishes and I'm like, they're having more fun than I am.
Yeah.
See, the thing is, I think of fetish as just a form of hobby, and I already have collectible trading card games, so I
That's
don't
right.
think I need it.
That's right. You are really into card games.
I don't need to strangle myself with a rope. Although I bet I could. I like the part of bondage that's like you have to learn knots like it's the Navy. That really tickles me.
You have to be like a Boy Scout to be good at coming.
If you want to blast, you got to learn a skill first. It's dangerous otherwise. There's a tip for men somewhere in there. I don't know what it was.
Learn how to tie a knot.
Yeah. Jeremy sees appropriately fitting pants now and thinks,
That's right.
that's Little John saying, yeah. We have a lot of fun here, folks. Hit that like and subscribe button here on youtube.com, home of the fact. What's our theme this week? Oh, wait. Before we do the theme. Okay. I remember how this show works. Martin, we begin and end the show by asking a question on Quora.
Okay.
So
And then we see what they wrote while we were gone. But we did record with Josh Gondelman yesterday, so there might not be anything.
Okay, so this question that we asked was, what mythical creature would be the most beneficial and least dangerous to encounter in the wild? Most beneficial.
Most benefit, maybe like a gold-laying goose.
Sure. Yeah.
Did we clarify that it has to be a real creature? No, it said mythical.
No, mythical
Gold-laying
creature.
goose is actually good as hell. Actually,
That's really good.
Yeah, that's a great
that was off the
animal
dome.
to find.
That was in the cipher.
There's only one answer on this. It's from someone named Alyssa, whose qualification is woman of literacy and cunning.
Oh,
It's a weird thing to write.
I feel like this is a listener.
It doesn't say our code word scrambled eggs.
Oh, by the way, if you write in from the show, you must say the word scrambled eggs.
I don't think this is a listener.
Otherwise, you will be hunted down.
Her bio on Quora is, I'm the elite liberal they warned you about.
Oh, okay.
And then it says, began
So I know who it is.
Began to read at 5, began witchcraft at 10. Became an Illuminata at 22.
Oh.
So she's in the Illuminati, I guess.
Oh,
and
no.
is a witch.
Oh, this is a powerful user. Well, what'd they say about the mythical creature?
She said, whatever the scriptwriter wants it to be. Which I think is like a sassy, like, it's fake.
First of all, watch your tone.
With the Quora podcast. Hey, we're using this for content.
I'd like one of you to come up with a better idea than gold-laying goose.
And then she
'cause there
basically
isn't
says,
one.
she does eventually say unicorns.
Okay. Unicorns have, like, magic blood or something.
Is that right?
Does that sound right?
I don't know.
I think in Harry Potter you can drink it, but you get
right. Voldemort did
like an
that.
STD style situation.
Do you?
Is that, really?
Yeah, I think it like turns you into a snake or something. It's magic. It's different than normal. It's a unicorn.
And that's a tip for men. If you drink unicorn blood, you may turn into a snake.
Nailing the soundboard today. It's still not labeled.
Okay, let's do our topic this week, which is going raw.
Right.
Oh.
We thought you would like that.
Yeah, you know what? I'm neutral on it for now.
Okay, great.
Okay.
Before you started therapy, you were kind of going raw.
Raw dog in life. Yeah. My mental health.
Before you learn to get the protection of the mind.
Okay, so this is our first medical segment, Quora MD.
Won't you ask a question about disease of the day here on Quora.com?
Okay, this question is, do people who say they are allergic to peanuts really just not like them, or is this an actual allergy?
Whoa, these folks are going raw.
What was the theme for Josh's episode?
I don't remember.
Wait,
crossing boundaries.
It was crossing boundaries.
Okay.
And frankly, I had to make it very quick when he got here, and I put a few questions on there. That
Yeah, we probably should
they
have
crossed maybe too many boundaries.
with Josh Gondelman.
I should have saved them for going raw, frankly, but I didn't think it fast enough. Wait, we're back on the peanut allergy question, which Josh would have loved. And the question is, are peanut allergies lies?
Do
Martin,
either of
here we
you
go.
have allergies? I don't have any allergies.
No.
Not a one.
Yeah.
So looking around the room, we have to kind of assume it might be a lie.
3 alphas.
I do remember as a kid being scared of getting stung by a bee. So I would
Yes.
lie and tell people that I was allergic. So that when I freaked out, they were like, oh, it's because he's allergic.
Yeah.
'Cause I'm just a coward.
I don't want to be stung by them.
That made me look
Medically.
weak or something. I don't know.
A doctor will back me up on this. I do not like that. I think that is how some people approach peanut allergies, which is just like, I know you don't like them, but I don't care if it closes your throat.
Well, I don't know. It sounds like Martin is implying that it might not be real. It might be people lying.
I know that's what people say about gluten allergies.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you guys
That's
think
all
about
up
gluten?
here.
Do you think it's all up there?
Well, the stomach is the second mind. Have you heard that? Have you ever learned that for once in your life?
Kind of sounds like from King of Queens or something.
I mean, I've never seen King of Queens. I wouldn't put it past them to put it in there, but it's like, if you put gluten in there, you can reject it psychosomatically.
You never seen King of Queens? Not once?
No, I'm afraid of queens.
Did
What
you know
about
that?
Kevin Can Wait?
Have you
I should start with Kevin.
have you seen this Kevin Can Wait show? I have a hot take on it.
Oh,
No,
here we
But
go,
I-
folks.
Fascinated by Kevin Can Wait. Yes.
I don't know anything about it other than that his people didn't like his wife on the show, so he like killed her off between seasons.
Yep.
Crazy.
It's amazing. Played by Erin Hayes, who's on like Adult Swim stuff.
Oh,
and
yeah.
she got cast as the wife character, and they were just like, yeah, we didn't really know what to do with her character, so
fucking kill you.
we just killed her off. And it really gave Kevin something to like deal with on the show.
They're like
noticing-
next season. They're just like, oh, she had cancer and died.
Yeah. It like starts at her funeral.
That's what.
Like her
fucking
like friend being
crazy.
like, Kevin, it's been too long. You got to go out there and date. You know, it's like
So
basically.
she didn't just like get another job or something.
No, no. Full on
Kevin
fire.
James just murdered her fictionally.
Full on fire. Yeah.
That rocks.
Did they replace her with like his wife from the old show? Is that what I'm?
Leah Remini, who's the wife of the original show, made a guest appearance in
Okay.
season 1 as like his like former partner detective person. He's a cop in this, a retired cop.
Now that's likable.
I mean, now that's a show that you want to watch, and then that's why season 2. Then she got upped from old partner to love interest.
Okay, so they're just like it's King of Queens again.
Yeah.
You like
Except
that?
they both used to be cops.
And they did like that. One of my favorite character dynamics in any show of all time, the first season of Peaky Blinders, they set up this character who's like a radical communist because it's supposed to be World War One. And so they're like, this is the things that were happening in 1915. And so they have this guy and he's like going to marry her sister and they have tension and they disagree politically. And then they build him up the whole season. I assume between season 1 and 2 he gets a job or something, and then the show comes back and they're like, he randomly died. He got sick and died. Forget about him. It will never come up again.
Yeah, and then they have Leia Remini play the new communist on Peaky Blinders.
Peaky Blinders rocks. It's one of my favorite shows of all time.
Never seen it.
It's
I haven't
full
seen
of
it either.
people who are like around as good at accents as I am, professionally going for it.
I've only seen your accent. Your
Oh
version.
no!
It's good.
And it's good enough. It's good enough is why it works. Now I assume people to be very angry in this comment section. Is that
yes.
true?
On
Is
the
that
peanut
case?
question, yeah, people were quite mad that somebody is suggesting that peanut allergies are not real.
Before we get
Making
into it,
cringe.
do we think the person posting the question is being a troll or actually asking this question? Just impossible to tell.
I think this might be this is an AI.
God damn it!
Whoa.
We've been
I
tricked
hate
by
it when
this.
this happens.
What?
Whenever you find like a kind of basic question, we're like, this idiot, and then it's a fucking robot.
It was a robot
who
who
just
wrote
like
this.
walked into their trap.
How do you know it's AI?
It says it was written by Quora Prompt Generator.
That could mean anything.
I'm so embarrassed. What was the last one we did of these? Was it
I
like,
don't
is it
remember.
wrong for husbands to love their wife?
Yeah, that's what it was.
And it was just a robot genuinely wanting to know.
This is the robot trying to understand humans. They're like, so is it real?
So you guys with flesh, you could be allergic to peanuts?
So there are a bunch of answers on that?
Yeah, there's a bunch of people answering it who are like, yes, it's very real. Why are you asking this? When the question is really just a robot being like, all right, write that down.
Weak to
we
peanuts.
could use that to kill them all.
Check.
I'm realizing that it's kind of just about posting any question online because there's always going to be people responding to it, even if it's a very simple one.
That's
This is,
right.
kind of blowing my mind.
You got to get on
as of
there
recent. Yeah.
It's the ultimate
question-
rush.
Yeah.
to be on Quora.com.
Any question.
There are
Twitter,
questions
online.
that are unanswered. Some of them don't have answers, and those are unanswerable questions.
I wonder if we'll be getting to any of those today.
Do we have any? I don't think we do.
We'll see.
We have one. We do have one later.
We'll get there. We'll get
Okay.
there.
All right, let's do another one.
Another medical question.
Hopefully this isn't written by a robot.
This one is also going raw.
Is it considered rude to have a poo on someone else's toilet?
I know some people feel this way. And if it is, I have broken this contract in pretty much every room I have been in.
I don't know how relevant it is, but it is on someone's toilet, not in someone's toilet.
Yeah, but that's like Winnie the Pooh writing. It's like they mean in. I assume they
So
mean
you think
in.
this is a childish bear?
Yeah, that's right. A bear full of whimsy. Just looking to release their honey, if you understand.
This person was
Count
banned,
as banned.
and their name is Edit Banned. So I don't know if that was before or after.
I don't know if you're joking about your poop question, but we will answer.
We will answer it very
I
seriously.
have nothing else to do.
I don't think it's rude, but I would never do it.
You like wait, you save it
Too
for
shy. Yeah, I'll be in
the home.
absolute pain until I go murder a Barnes and Noble bathroom or something.
That's so dignified. Oh wait, but a Barnes and Noble bathroom. Like you just won't do it at like a friend's house.
Yeah, preferably at home.
Okay.
Maybe somewhere. It took me a while when I worked like in an office.
Yeah, you're like a road comedian. I feel like this would be a difficult rule for you to follow.
Yeah, never poop in a comedy club.
You're in the UK for a month and you just never went to the bathroom.
Yeah, just holding it, saving it all for home. What a day that was.
Serious infection plasma.
That was me posting that question. Like, I need to know now.
I know my wife feels this way, and I remember we went to Bonnaroo when I was like 18, and she didn't poop for like a week, and I was like, I didn't know you could do that.
Yeah.
I don't think you can.
She did. If you don't drink any water, you can, and it's 100
might
degrees
have
in
been lying to
Alabama
you.
or whatever.
She might have been pooping on the low.
Tennessee, don't be mad at me. It's in Tennessee. You can't be mad at me. I host the podcast.
Yeah, I feel like I don't know if I'd rather poop in someone's home or a Barnes and Noble. I don't know. I feel like that might be. I feel like I'd be weird about the Barnes and Noble bathroom.
I think I have a trauma
Okay.
because when I
Unpack
was
that.
younger, I was constipated a lot.
Okay.
So when I would poop, it would be a whole thing. And one time I was at a friend's place and I clogged the toilet.
Yeah.
There was no plunger.
Yeah.
And we all had to deal with that.
That's
Okay.
a nightmare.
Yeah. So I'm like, never again.
And that can happen as an adult as well.
Sure. Has
If
it
they
happened
don't
to you?
have, yeah, I think.
What do you do?
Wait, that happened when we were at Cracked.
When we were we used to
The show
record
used to
this
be on Cracked.
on crack.com, and Alex did clog a toilet at their office.
Okay, I got really set up though because I asked, like, where's the bathroom? And they said, oh, that one's not working. Use the other one. And then I took a full shit, and then that bathroom was also not working.
Right.
And I told the manager, and she just went, ha 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 ha.
And you'll notice that we're not at Cracked right now. That we're in my apartment. So I don't know if those are connected.
How soon after was the move?
2 weeks?
It was pretty shortly. I don't think it was entirely unrelated,
Less
to
than
be
a
frank. I mean, I would fire someone for that if I was a high-powered executive. There's a lot of stuff I'd do.
I think it's okay to poo on someone's toilet.
I think you just got to go no limit and raw in it.
There used to be
all of
bathrooms.
the toilets.
I feel like there's bathrooms in New York City that I know to go to. Like the UCB East used to have a bathroom where I would just walk in there and go to that bathroom a lot.
Oh, I can picture it exactly. It was in a basement.
It was in a basement.
That seems like it had the appropriate amount of space. Here's the thing about toilets. They're meant to be pooed in.
Very true.
And when you don't poo in them, you're denying them their purpose.
I'm going to read some of these answers.
Please.
Mario da Silva, who lives in Hong Kong, says, in my honest opinion, if you have to go, you go wherever it's possible.
Yes.
So thank you, Mario.
I live my life a quarter mile at a time.
I thought
So
that
he
was
says,
relevant.
do not leave any souvenirs for the next person to discover and comment about a, quote, big visible explosion that must have happened. So that's also good advice.
That's something. That's advice I did not follow at Cracked. I feel like I talked about it a lot immediately, and that might have been actually most of the problem.
One person says to ask for permission first.
No,
No way.
no, that
No,
isn't
no.
it. Everyone agreed about that.
Yeah, so don't do that.
Okay.
May I poop on your toilet?
It seems like most people are for it.
Yeah, everyone says it's cool. And then some people are sarcastically saying no.
Okay. All right. Well, you can sarcastically say no. We're all having fun here.
Thank you for the question, Edit Band. Here's another similar question. How do I shower at a sleepover?
I'm trying to think of a sleepover where I've showered.
Yeah.
You got to use their towel. You got to use their towel. That's
I think
step
this
one.
is a pretty normal question, and I'm hoping it's not written by a robot because
It's not.
I think that it's totally normal. To
When it's
sleep
written by a
at
robot, pops up at the top, so we're good.
Gabrielle Malaya.
Yep. Get her. Say her name and address.
I can tell you that she's a veterinarian.
Okay. Cool. So she's just having adult sleepovers. I hope this is for your child. Yeah. Okay. So in terms of how you are gonna have to announce that, because if you just start taking a shower, people will take issue with it.
That's fine. Yeah. I agree
So
with that.
maybe what you could do, if you're maybe embarrassed to ask, is dramatically spill something on yourself.
Oh, that's a great
Because
idea.
I feel like I must have showered a few times after doing that, because I was a sticky little boy.
Yeah, I think that's a good. If you need like a plan, if you are too nervous to just be like, "Can I take a shower?" You could spill all over yourself.
Or if I like used a pool too, that's a good excuse
Sure.
to get it on shower wise.
What would you spill on yourself?
Oh, what wouldn't I spill on myself? We're talking OJ. We're talking a whole pancake. We're talking.
I was
stuff
also
like
thinking
that.
pancakes. for
Yeah,
some
a pancake
reason.
is really, it's a large and unwieldy, and so it's easy to be like, oh, I wanted this, oh no, and then it goes on your whole pant leg or something.
And you have to shower.
But yeah, you
Guys.
could spill anything.
Guys, my headphones stopped working completely.
Oh, I got you. This is all gonna be fixed
Great,
in
thank you.
post.
Okay, perfect.
No one will know our headphones are bad.
They still slowly started fading. I kind of thought I was dying. I don't know if it was noticeable. But I was just like, what's going on here?
No, you are dying.
This is how you go out. Yeah.
It's just the headphones also weren't working.
Hearing Alex ramble about what things.
Let
he
me
can
tell you
spill.
what I've spilled
Like
on
this Sham
myself.
Wow commercial over here.
We could not get the stains out. Okay. Are the answers to this unhinged?
Not really. I mean,
Okay.
one guy, Pete, says you turn the water on and wait for it to get to your desired
Shut the-
temperature, then
shut
step
the
into the
fuck up,
shower, same
Pete.
as you would at your house, smiley face.
Shut the fuck up, Pete.
Everyone just says it's normal to do. I don't know what to tell you, Alex.
I think it's the social graces of how. It's the subtle intricacies of taking that shit.
Someone says I would bring my own towel and perhaps soap.
That I don't know about all that.
I don't think you need to do that.
If
You
you
can use
bring
their
your
soap.
own soap, they're gonna assume you have like a medical necessity of some kind.
Do people take showers at sleepovers? Typically?
I don't know.
I didn't go to too many sleepovers as a kid.
Yeah.
Because the poop thing.
That's well, I wonder how connected they are, but no, just
Just unrelated.
overprotective parents.
Oh, they didn't want them to whisk you away.
Yeah.
All the secrets they're telling us sleepovers.
Yeah. They don't want me getting any ideas.
Yeah, don't get too comfortable to staying at this other house. I think like a few times I did it, but usually it was kind of like if you're just there for a night or whatever, and you're doing like Star Fox, you don't need to take a shower. Probably.
Yeah, I think that's right. I mean, I went to like a summer camp, a sleepaway camp as a kid, and I think I took a shower like once in a month. So I
Somebody
don't think-
said nakedly. I agree with that.
Oh yeah, that's pretty good.
Once
I
a
feel
month
like
is-
young boys don't shower that much.
Yeah, boys. The thing about us
Boys-
boys, we're not hitting that shower. That is, I'm gonna find the boys in the house. Is it here? Nope. All right, forget it.
This one.
No, all right. We want
Whatever,
It
who
too bad. We want it
cares?
too bad.
There's too many.
I'm so mad at myself.
It's so hard to have a podcast.
No, keep going.
Okay.
It's a serious advice.
You only got one shot. We have the labels. We just haven't put them on yet.
All
We
right,
haven't put them on yet.
we're gonna move on. This is the incel and manosphere segment, the Quoker. That one he's got.
Dare you enter the realm?
Okay.
How do you know? Wait, what?
The Joker's realm.
Is this a specific section? or
No,
you
this
mean
is
you
just
found a
our.
question that
We've been
okay.
segmenting them, so this is
Gotcha.
a question.
We're
that-
still going raw.
Yeah. Okay. Gotcha.
All of them are going raw.
Thank you, but I see.
Yeah.
But when they're about different topics, we play the theme song.
I like this. Yes.
Yeah. It is somewhat unwieldy. I'll be the first to admit.
No, I like it.
But I need something to put on these 40 buttons on
Well,
the
you know
side.
what? We could decide if this is an incel adjacent question, but the question is, if you had to choose between having both legs and an arm cut off and then being burned but surviving with severe injuries, or going on a date with a feminist, which would you choose?
This one really tickled me, actually.
That's awesome. I want to see what people have to say.
For one, I'm probably going to go on the date. That sounds
I think I
far
would
better.
too, yeah.
Although I am a married man. Oh, no,
This person
Jeremy.
has posted porn. So
Don't
I'm not
click
gonna-
on that. Okay. But normal porn, worth saying, not illegal porn of any kind.
Let's see what the answer is.
But was it feminist?
A lot of people were saying date the feminist.
Okay.
That's what I would do.
Yeah.
One guy, he says, worst case scenario, she splits the bill 50-50.
That's true. You have all of your limbs at the end. Okay, there's a lot of pictures of Chris Pratt.
Yeah, well, this woman says, a date with a feminist, especially if it's Ashton Kutcher, Benedict Cumberbatch, Ryan Gosling, Mark Ruffalo, or Jason Momoa.
Jason Momoa is all caps. That's the one she's most excited for.
Yeah.
Oh.
So she's really excited. And then she has a bunch of photos of Ian Somerhalder.
I didn't even consider that a woman would date a male feminist.
Wow. That's
that
so
shows-
fucked up of you that you wouldn't even consider
That's the kind of bias
that
I
a
have.
man can be a feminist.
Would I rather have several limbs amputated and be burnt than date a man feminist? No. I love my limbs. I use them every day.
I can't understand what this. One guy says. This guy Christopher says, "Oh look, the quorant is nullo in addition to being misogynistic."
What's nullo?
I don't know what any of these.
Okay, I think
quorant is meant to be like Quora user.
because it's parent of the Quora.
Is that what it is? You think?
Quorant.
Quorant?
Think about it.
This guy's name is Christopher Perkins. The guy
No,
who
I don't
said
know what
this.
nullo is. I see Martin getting stuck on nullo.
Should I Google nullo?
I allow you to use Google to ask what nullo is.
Urban Dictionary. Someone who is null.
Okay.
So like
null and void.
no value.
Okay.
Damn.
I've never heard that in my life, calling someone a nullo.
I'm going to use that in my high
that's pretty-
school I go to.
This guy's bio is liberal and then 10 exclamation points, dog poet, office admin assistant, and general PITA. I don't
Dog
know
poet.
what PITA means.
Sounds like he's roasting liberals. Actually. Like a fake Stephen Colbert thing.
Let me guess, you're a dog poet. I bet you wouldn't be badly burned instead of going on a date. It seems kind of really hard to be a conservative right now. The standards are through the roof.
I really want to read this guy's poems about dogs.
Do you see them?
No, I don't see any.
Okay.
I see he has a bunch of posts.
Christopher Perkins, you're getting off the hook. Your dog poems are safe. for
I'm
now.
desperately searching for this man's dog
From
poems.
our No Holds Barred YouTube channel.
I'm such a fucking nullo.
Tell me you're a nullo without telling me you're a nullo.
I can't find anything about this
All
guy
right,
other than.
get off of here. Get
All
out
right,
of
sorry.
here. He lives in Stanford, Virginia.
Stafford.
Stafford. If you're going to find him, he's in Stafford.
All right, here's another question. Has Superman and Batman ever slept together?
Bruh.
What do you think?
There might have been an issue somewhere, a multiverse one, where Robin's,
Sure. Robin's
more
what?
Of more of a sexual partner for Batman than just a sidekick.
Oh, so like an alternate, like
So he's
an
cheating.
alternate gay Batman universe where he is partnered with Robin if Robin was sick or something.
Okay.
Or just looking to open it up.
so Batman he's dating Robin, but he is like open. He's poly.
Sure. Could be. Could be. Why not?
Don't you dump this on me. You said this.
I don't know these otherworld sagas.
That's right. Yeah, it could be
I think
Elseworlds.
that's a fine answer,
Elseworld.
which is just in gay Batman world. Yes, he has. Because anything can happen you want because these people are made up.
All things are possible through Elseworlds.
It's possible if you will it.
You can just draw it.
I think Superman and Batman do have a similar dynamic, and I know that they're always paired off in a fight, and it's somehow made equal, even though their power disparity is quite high. But I think Superman would kill Batman in a fuck off. And there's just no two ways about it because he has skin like steel.
Yeah,
That's why he's the man of it.
that's right. I agree.
Safety first, Batman.
You could use kryptonite. You could bring some kryptonite.
He could get in a mech and then fuck Superman. Which is something I may be interested in seeing and illustrated on my timeline today.
There is an AI. There's an AI answer here.
What's it say?
It says Superman and Batman are fictional characters and do not have the capability to sleep together.
Wrong.
Which I don't think is right at all. And then it says they are also fictional characters and do not have the capability to sleep together.
This robot needs to
says
ask
it
more
twice.
Quoras to understand the world better.
I'm downvoting that.
Downvote, fake and cringe.
I don't think that fictional characters sleep together more than anyone.
They love to do
That's all
it.
they do.
Up here?
I've seen
they
the
won't
drawings.
stop.
And there are many of them in this answer.
Well, they're not sleeping together. Oh, actually, they are, I guess. They're in a bed. They're in a bed in the drawing.
This guy Phoenix says, well, during the Silver Age, they were both on a ship in their civilian identities. However, due to space issues on board, they were forced to share a cabin together. They weren't thrilled with the arrangement. However, they did end up discovering one another's superhero identities by accident. The two of them were never in love because both of them are straight. So they just tolerated each other in the cabin.
Let me get one thing clear about Batman. He is straight. He bunked 1 week with Superman.
It's not fun to talk about it like it really happened. They were in a cabin together one time, and they thought about it, but they're not into that.
It was head to foot. And you go down to the feet and you see, are these Superman's boots? I think this guy's Superman.
A lot of people said that they have been in beds together, but they didn't have sex.
A lot of vehement denials on the Quora.
Dennis Manning says, no, they are friends, but they are not lovers.
Draw the line. Do you ever wonder what would happen if Batman saw Superman and just thought,
Everyone is
go
very...
with it now?
Everyone on this Quora is very like all the people we find are very like political because this guy's bio, the guy who said they are not gay, says, I am what most of Americans seem to hate these days. I'm white, straight, laid-back Christian male with centrist views.
Whoa.
Oh. So he's kind of a super villain in this way.
I hate these laid-back Christian men. They piss me off so much.
What are you so relaxed about?
Why
Think about tits? Fuck you.
Why do you not fear hell?
Admit it, Superman is gay.
Okay, do you want to move on to our love and romance segment, Core Romance?
I am ready to do that. Okay. Martin, I think you're going to like this one. Here is where love comes to learn. It's the Core Romance segment.
Ooh.
I'm sure this is a question you have a lot of answers for, Martin. Why are most women becoming lesbians these days?
Ooh. Is this AI generated or?
No, this is...
Wait, we should check, but
I think
this sounds real to me.
This is human being.
This sounds like someone with a grudge.
This is a guy named Matt Smith. Maybe it's the
Doctor
Doctor Who guy.
Aegon Targaryen. Damon Targaryen, excuse me.
Yeah. How dare you say that he was Aegon?
Daemon Targaryen. Daemon.
This is a big question with lots of answers in a lot of ways.
A very political answer. It's like how like the president would respond.
There's so
You
many
know.
different ways.
What angle is who's asking this question?
Matt Smith, the Daemon Targaryen.
Daemon.
What else about him?
House
Is
of
he,
the Dragon.
what's more in his biography? Is he a dog?
We can
poet
see
or-
other questions he's written.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's been banned. Unfortunately, we can only see that he has asked
He's asked a lot of,
180 questions.
Politically charged questions.
He
I
asks,
see.
"How can a guy who looks young appear older?"
Oh.
He says, "My muscles didn't get sore from my workout. Does that mean they won't grow?"
Oh damn!
We've all wondered
He
that.
says, "If white is not a color, what color are the whites of our eyes?"
So you can see why he was banned.
Does the UK have any room for new cities and towns?
Also, why are all women lesbians all of a sudden? Weezer was right. I guess they just found out about how great gals are. That's my guess.
I'm trying to think.
Are humans just made out of atoms? These are all good. These are all really good.
He asked, "Does DMT show you what reality is actually like?"
Yes.
This is Damon Targaryen asking this.
From the
This
television.
is Morbius's enemy. I don't remember his name in that movie.
I've never seen it. I'd love to learn.
I saw it.
Okay.
How was it?
It's pretty bad.
No kidding.
Don't make the time.
I was forced to watch it for a different podcast. And I have to imagine most people there were watching it for a podcast.
Morbius seemed like one of those movies that we all were like going to watch as a joke, and it just didn't seem like anyone genuinely liked it.
It was pretty boring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't feel the need to do things like that.
And also the guy, like one of the characters in it just kept asking why all women are lesbians now, which I thought was really odd.
Everyone's like, aren't you supposed to be a vampire?
There's one answer here that might enlighten us a bit. Greg Conway says, I blame Jeremy Corbyn.
Oh, okay. And then somebody said, ha.
I don't know how Jeremy Corbyn has anything to do with lesbians.
I guess women aren't interested in him, and for this reason,
the British politician.
they take one look at former Labor leader Jeremy Corbyn, and they say, I'm gay now, forever.
I'm not familiar. with
He's just
Jeremy
an
Corbyn.
older British politician.
Mm-hmm.
He's he ran for prime minister.
I gotta say,
Or
normal
party leader
looking.
several years ago.
Worth getting out there, like not on the ugly side of politicians.
He's like left wing.
Oh, he's left wing.
Yeah.
Okay,
so-
so I guess that's the
I
idea.
think that's playing into the
Lesbian?
comments
Yeah.
section.
He turned everyone lesbian.
And that's
'Cause
why
that's what
all of the
the
Because
left
one of his business
does.
policies was for more women to make out at parties. But I
Doesn't
supported it.
sound left wing necessarily.
That's how he got the youth on board.
Yeah. Well, it's like a solidarity thing. He kept saying tongue solidarity.
Yeah, it was like a Beastie Boys party style initiative.
He's kind of a sex guy. Jeremy Corbyn.
Old
Jezzy.
Jezza. The Jezzinator.
Yeah, I have no idea what the connection is between. He's basically the Bernie Sanders of the UK. So it would be like if someone said, I blame Bernie Sanders, and you'd be like, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I get the. Exactly.
I think Ha was a fair response. I honestly, I
that's
feel like
good.
that's fine.
Okay, Tom Richards says, well, I have noticed how very rude most women are to us single straight men really looking to meet a good woman to have a relationship with, since most of the time when we will start a conversation with them, which they will be just downright nasty to us and walk away.
Killing spree.
Doesn't make any sense at all to me, especially when many of us men will just say good morning or hello to them. Feminists, I guess.
Okay, so we've like.
So this guy's chopping his arms off instead of going on a date.
He is not going on that date. This is kind of like a rap cipher of single and angry men.
And then there's a comment from someone named No Budget Films, which I have to assume is No Budge, the famous
film festival.
in New York. And they said, it's because after one breakup, girls think all guys are bad. See, that shit happen all the time at school.
It's so ambitious
That's
of this
amazing.
teen to start No Budge.
And they release all those movies?
They do like a lot of indie stuff.
Not really.
Indie comedy stuff.
I don't know how I feel about that.
I like their use of the shrug emoji. You don't see that one all the time.
Yeah, that's in there.
People, everyone in this room kind of waited for me to clarify, and then I shrugged, and they went, "Oh."
For people listening, Alex shrugged.
There is a use by a well-known comedian when all the Dalia allegations are coming out. And he was like, "Hey, come on, guys. Were we just gonna believe all these women online?" And then everybody dunked on this guy, and he was like, "Hey, sorry, I just believe in due process." And then there's the shrug emoji, and I always think about that shrug emoji. I believe in due process.
It's a sign of the justice
Like a
system.
dozen women coming forward. And just, like,
It should be a judge
whoa.
shrugging.
yeah.
The video of him realizing that the Snapchat DMs can be screenshotted is like one of the favorite.
It's
my
one
favorite
of the
things.
best videos on the internet.
It really is so good.
It's like a little movie.
It was released by No Budge.
Check out Chris D'Elia finding out Snapchat videos don't go away. Something that's come up on this podcast a few times.
Has it?
somehow.
Have we talked about that?
We definitely have before.
Well, you know what? We've had him as a guest so many times.
He's a fan favorite. Whatever brings in these women listeners.
one guy says there aren't. Oh, sorry. This is a woman has answered and said there aren't. There will always be more straight girls than gay girls. So that's what. But then
What
a
do you mean
man,
by that?
Chris says, the way I see it, some women simply can't find a man nowadays.
Oh yeah,
So
I feel the same way.
two sides of that coin.
It's because of Jeremy Corbyn.
I think it's probably because of Jeremy Corbyn.
So, ha! All right, I'm done with this, Jeremy.
Okay.
Take this question away from me.
That's wild.
It is wild.
Here's another romance question. How are you doing, sweetheart? I'm looking for a friend and some fun.
Martin?
I'm doing well. That's good. I like friends.
no.
I like friends.
Don't click on it.
I clicked on the guy's
This is
name
a
and it's
really
just a
big
full penis.
It's just it's hand size for reference. Does Quora have moderation? This has come up before.
I don't
but
know.
I don't get it.
I didn't know that you're allowed to just post like full porn on there until we started doing this podcast, but
It's usually blurred out, and that one
was just a guy's giant cock.
it was first of all nice.
All right, I got to see it.
Do you want me to pull it up?
Let's go. We'll go back.
All right, hold on.
Okay.
This is Jonathan's penis.
Whoa.
It's a big
All
one.
right, yeah, that's quite big.
Yeah, what if it's not his though?
You can get at least two hands on that thing.
Certainly not.
Or he's
his.
got really tiny hands.
Well, I mean, he's looking for a friend and some fun.
Hello, sweetheart. Sweetheart's a great pickup word, I think.
Yeah?
It implies a deep bond. No, I guess not. I haven't been single for a while. Maybe I guess that's a creepy thing to say.
I was going to make fun of this guy and say, like, this is a bad place to post that, but there's a lot of comments that are just like, PM me.
Raw dog
Whoa.
Raw Dog says,
this
PM me,
Thursday
you won't regret it.
said PM, you won't regret it.
And then this guy, Mike, says, I am Mike from Magnolia, North Carolina, looking for fun, male or female.
Wow, that's anyone goes for Mike.
Beautiful.
And then Christopher Seymour says, I'm good, thanks. How are you? We'll be friends, and what kind of fun?
I love this website. This is my favorite website.
This guy, Christopher Seymour, has answered several questions. People say, can I be your friend? And he goes, yes, you
Yeah,
can.
sure. Wow.
Do you
That's
think
all he does.
they
It's always
actually
good-
become friends?
I have to imagine they do.
Yeah.
I don't know why
how
they
we'd
wouldn't.
follow up, but I assume they do. That's why Orson Scott Card is on here.
It's whiplash going from that last question to this one. This is
Yeah.
very sweet.
Yeah. Maybe he's going to fuck that guy, Jonathan.
And I
don't
hope
know.
he does. And
Got
I
it.
hope he does.
He has a huge penis.
honey.
All right. Well, good for you, Christopher.
Good for you.
We salute you here at Quorators.
Keep rocking.
Do you want to do our parenting questions? Quarenting?
Yes.
That's enough.
Okay.
The parenting segment.
This question
All right.
is,
I'll be good at this.
so my wife wants me to make her grilled cheese. How does that actually work? Do I just put the cheese on the grill? How long do I wait to flip the cheese? Does it have to be grilled to a certain temperature?
That's the question. Now, it didn't have
Why is
anything
this quarenting?
because making grilled cheese is for children.
But it's for his wife.
I know, but he has a wife.
Crystalia?
I think if grilled cheese is involved, it's parenting. I'm sorry. That's just how I feel.
Fair enough.
Okay.
So maybe you have misled Martin there. But the question is, when you make grilled cheese, do you put the cheese directly on the grill?
Is this a real question, do you think? Is this from a person asking this legitimately or trying to be funny?
This is written like someone who doesn't know how to use Google, which I think is a lot of Quora.
The person who wrote this is named Taylor Orger. Now, I don't know if
Orger.
this helps or hurts, but 2 years ago, they asked two questions. One was the grilled cheese. The next one was, can you wrap a noose around your neck to strengthen an orgasm? Is it safe?
No answers on
So
that.
I don't know if that makes it more or less likely to be a troll.
Let me jump in on that one.
But
not safe.
It has not
Not
been
safe.
hasn't been on the site in 2 years.
Alarming. If somebody just fucking answered this grilled cheese thing, we never would be in this situation. I'm imagining the sandwich came out poorly, followed by sex? I don't know.
Everyone says put the cheese on the sandwich.
That is how you do it, right?
I think so.
I don't think I've ever made good. I think, yeah. You put the cheese on the sandwich and then put it on the pan.
Yeah.
Yeah, you used to. Not anymore.
If I know anything about parenting,
Thanks to Jeremy Corbyn and his woke army.
look, it's not that kind of show, folks. Not a political show.
Do you ever think you should make that turn, though?
Oh,
To being a,
It would be much
Yeah.
more lucrative.
it's come up a lot when we have the toilet discussion. does make me think there could be an audience out there.
We'd certainly make more money.
Yeah.
If we were right wing.
Somebody's kind of mean to him in these comments.
Oh, what the Mary saying? You can't really be this lame, can you?
Right. That can't feel good to read.
Then she explains how to do it in a paragraph, and then says, "There you go, genius. Signing the divorce papers will be less difficult."
Well, congratulations, he killed himself.
I think this is his wife. I think this is his wife on
Hey,
Quora,
shit for brains.
being like, "Make me that fucking grilled cheese.
I
I'm a
don't-
child."
I'm a little girl.
She's still on. She just answered a question 32 minutes ago, so she's still alive.
And she lives in France.
Yeah.
C'est magnifique.
What question did she just answer?
How can I use YouTube to network with other influencers and YouTubers? And she says, why on earth are you asking me this question? I have absolutely zero interest in influencers and YouTubers. I actually made my fortune by being smart and educated, not by parading around on the internet. Just go away. I have zero interest in your interests.
I feel like we can't ask her on the Quorators podcast. She's going to tear us a new
She
one.
has 760 followers.
She only has one question,
And she's not even parading around on the internet.
which objectively we are. I'm sorry.
That's true.
We're
Are.
gallivanting about.
Why is she so mean?
I don't know.
That's her character.
Yeah.
She lives in France. French people mean?
She does a lot of like American politics though,
heard.
because she has like, does Mr. Biden need a translator? And she says, no, you just need to have a dictionary handy when you listen to him.
Because he's spitting.
I don't know.
She's one of those guys who watched that debate last night. Dates the episode.
Watched the debate 1 week ago.
June 27th.
Did you watch the debate last night though? Was there?
She saw it and she thought facts.
Oh, okay.
What I was saying. To
Okay,
finish
gotcha.
my thought, facts, Mr. President.
She's so mad. Someone said, did you know CNN has something called a spin room? Why do they openly admit that? And she says, oh, for God's sake. Talk about picking up a few simple words and turning it into something nefarious. So you've heard that there's a spin room at the debate tonight. Well, did you listen to the explanation? It's the press room. It doesn't belong to CNN, and it will house approximately 1,000 reporters from all news outlets during the debates. That's it. End of story.
I love the first sentence of every one of these answers.
She's great.
How many of these can we do this for? Why on earth are you wasting time posting on Quora?
Yeah, the question for that one was, I have been getting money taken from my bank. Does anyone know who is actually taking this money?
Damn, dude.
Yeah,
She's
she's
ruthless.
right.
No one can step to her. She's the Quora queen, and she's got to strut it.
I'm going to follow her.
I found boys in the house.
Yeah, it was there the whole time. It was right in front of us all along.
Oh, it's so late. I wanted it 30 minutes ago.
I followed her, so if she answers any more stuff, we'll see it.
What was her name? One more time.
Mary Ellen Candidge. She speaks a few languages.
I am afraid of her. I'm afraid she's going to find me and she's going to hurt my feelings.
She's a writer, editor, proofreader at international development agencies and government agencies.
That's how she made her millions.
And she lives in France.
Not parading about on the internet.
I think she's also a cook. I don't
She's so
know.
cool.
I love her. I'm in love with her.
Stay away.
She just hops on a Quora with a glass of wine and just unwinds.
It's a cool way to spend your time.
All that pent up frustration from working for the government. Okay, well, that was the parenting question.
Okay, let's do
Bit of
a
a
police
stretch.
question 5 quo.
All right, it's been a minute for one of these.
Oh.
I think it's this one.
And this is not real. If you're
This is
listening
just
to
the
this in your
podcast.
car, you're not being pulled over.
There is not a
probably.
cop car pulling you over. It's a podcast.
Okay, this question is it stealing if I ride away on an unlocked bike on the street? What difference is there between that and picking up lost money on the ground?
Huh.
Oh.
Finders keepers.
So first of all, you have a lot of street knowledge, and I respect that. But legally, I think it is stealing on account of somebody owns that bike. Now, if someone dies and therefore vacates this world, leaving a bike to no one, then
They're like on the bike and they die? Like they hit
if they suddenly they hit a pothole,
Okay, they
and
go
they hit their
flying.
head and they die instantly,
Okay, and you find the bike.
that's your bike.
Okay.
That's what I would say.
But you have to call for help first, because if not, that's
They're
against the law
gone.
too.
They're gone. They hit it all wrong.
Okay, they hit the
dead.
pothole. The guy goes flying. He dies. Ambulance comes. They rush him away.
Yeah.
He dies on the way to the hospital. You find the bike 2 hours later.
Oh, you find it later.
Oh no!
I thought you just like you have an eye on the bike the whole time, like one eye on
Okay,
the
you're
bike
seeing it.
the
You're
whole
like,
time. Just
I'm
like,
getting that
nobody's
bike.
gonna get the fucking bike.
When he goes,
Manifesting is real.
and you maybe pushed him into that pothole.
Yeah, it is kind of implied. Like the way to do it is through murder. I think.
Making potholes all over the street.
It's not stealing if it's murder.
Hey, you know what? That's the answer. I'm gonna write that down. I'm gonna answer this one.
It's not stealing if it's
Not
murder.
if the guy dies.
We, by the way, have to change my
Okay.
expertise from CEO of GILF of the week because they're not going to respect.
What would you like it to be?
Make me the admiral.
Wait, what?
Go back.
okay.
My other credit
Okay,
is
yes,
former
yes. Former.
on the USS America admiral
Okay, you are an admiral,
from
and you've
1980 to
answered it.
1989.
Not if the guy dies. So we're adding to the conversation.
Okay, yeah, and they'll respect that as a military.
And this is a question from 10 years ago.
Is it really?
So they might not see it.
That's a damn shame. Okay. Any good answers?
Yeah, I don't know.
Question.
It is
like
a good
it.
question. It's thought provoking.
Ingrid says, "Is it stealing if I find a car with a motor running and the door's unlocked and I ride it down the street?" No, it's not. It's not. It's actually fine to do that. Is it okay to download a movie?
Would you download a car?
I have a friend in college who used to do a bit that was like, the thing is like, you wouldn't download a bike. And he was like, I download movies all the time. Like, should I be stealing bikes? It seems like they're morally equivalent.
I'd absolutely download a bike.
Someone says it depends. It depends on local customs.
Dear God, this answer is so long.
This is like 10,000.
This is like 10. It's so long, dude. What is
I'm not going to read the whole thing, but
Can we get a word count on this?
I can. I mean,
This is insane. This is an attorney wrote this.
all right, hold on.
All right, Jeremy's doing some science for us
I'm
here.
going to find out the word count.
Everyone's sitting.
We're on wordcount.com.
Customs of the culture? Is that what he said?
Yeah, this is 1,500 words.
Whoa.
It depends on local customs, he said. Local laws, depends on your intent. However, let me start with this. My answer is purely hypothetical based on a variety of situations and is intended for educational purposes to lay out the different systems and scenarios. And then he goes on a long, 1,500 word thing about why it's okay to steal a bike sometimes.
Oh baby.
I don't like this guy. I don't like that he's saying so much.
He's
He is a lawyer.
He's a national security attorney.
You were right.
Yeah, I believe women, and by women I mean people on Quorators.
This guy named Jay, who is an immigration lawyer.
We hope a good one. He's a prosecutor. It sounds bad.
Well, I guess that's why he gave all that.
Well, that's not for us to judge.
Yes, that's right. What is a podcaster to do if not say political
I'm not
things?
here to judge. I just love that you work in immigration in some capacity.
This guy Julio says, it's always struck me as sad that by default we have to lock our possessions to not have them stolen. We all do it. Bike lock, house keys, bank vaults. But if you think about it, it's nothing short of disgusting that we have to.
It's sad we see a bike and think, that's big money. Oh, I think we're going to use that sound in a second, too. I shouldn't have stepped on that one.
That's okay.
All right. Well, that's too bad.
Let's see what else there is on here. Someone says, let's say for some reason the situation was reversed and it was your bike instead that was left for reasons unknown. What would you like to have happen?
I'm alive.
My mom always tells me the story about how she had a
I
really...
want to keep it. Okay.
My mom told me she had a really bad bicycle as a kid, and her parents refused to get her a new one, so she would just leave it everywhere to try to have someone steal it, and no one ever took it.
Wow.
Ah,
And that's sad.
they say Long Island is full of criminals. I don't think so.
It's true. She is from Long Island.
Strong Island. They
That's
should
what we
it.
call it.
Things also used to be different.
Things
Yeah.
were different before.
Kids could walk by themselves.
This is before Jeremy Corbyn.
Yeah, before Jeremy Corbyn
Ah,
released all
He-
those pedophiles out into the streets.
That was one of
don't
his
get me
big
started.
ideas that he wanted to push onto the UK. Was more pedophiles.
More nonsense. Nonsense in every classroom.
Read my lips. More pedophiles.
Read my lips.
More pedophiles. All right, move on from this.
Okay.
I'm sick
all
of
right,
the bike
okay.
question.
We have one more question.
We've nailed it.
Okay.
We have a new segment, and this is our business Quora's CE Quo.
It's a good sound, and you'll be hearing it more.
Our final question: how do you make money on a bog? Me and my friend Emma live on a bog, and we are looking to make money quick and fast.
Martin's reaction to the word bog was really interesting.
I haven't really heard bog in a while.
What is a bog literally?
It's a
Like,
swampy bog.
It's just, but
A
it's
marsh?
not literally.
comparable to
yeah.
a marsh or no?
Wetland accumulates peat.
Dry swamp.
Yeah. Similar marsh.
So how do we make money off of this? This is good because I feel like we have so many questions that are how do I make money off of blank, and now we have somewhere to put them. So for a bog,
Quo.
off the top of my head, Crocodile Farm.
Okay.
Oh, that's
Maybe can you grow wine there?
Bog wine? I would not drink that.
good. I would drink bog wine.
I would love to. Next time I have wine, I'm gonna like take a break and just be like, "What is this bog wine?"
This is sommelier being like, I think I'm sensing marsh.
It's a bog.
I mean, not to
Dead
be
animals?
not to be a total bitch. This tastes like bog wine.
Okay, this guy, his name is Presumptuous K.
Ooh.
His bio is librarian in bog. He reads constantly. Now, his job is professional bogger at Bogging Association. And he
Lives in
lives in
Bog.
Bog.
I've never found someone less lying on the internet. Than
And he
this
knows
man.
about Emma, who I imagine is his friend.
It says Emma's a Pokemon.
Well, he says he's picked every Emma possible. So it's like the book,
All right. I don't know
the
what
movie,
the deal is
the
with that.
wrestler.
He asked, "My neighbor's dog got stuck inside an ATM. Can the ATM sue?"
Okay, so you think he's trolling?
I would like to answer this bog question.
There's
it's a
more.
beautiful riddle.
There's more answers here. He says, well, more context. He says, "Hello, Finn. I live on a bog as well, and at first it was difficult to make money. Did you know the bog is home to more than 23,000 undiscovered species, yet less than 10 possible professions? One of these professions is to classify new species and kill them and send them to local museums. Doing this, I make 20,000 a year, which, as you know, is way more than enough to get by on when it comes to the bog. Hope this helps."
Okay, I am beginning to think Presumptuous K may be having a lark here, but
I still think it's a good question,
I'm still for the question, and I think it's thought-provoking.
and I'm happy it's not a robot.
What? Yeah, really, any question we answer by a human being is a win for us.
And
as a
I'll say
podcast.
this, Presumptuous K, we caught your ass.
Yep.
All right? You can't pretend to be Finn.
I'm sending you the cap emoji, and it's offending you.
Should I respond and say, we know that you're lying?
Yeah, or send him
As
that.
an admiral?
Now, important reminder
I
for the
know
show: all
you
of the
are
comments
lying.
are written in my name with a picture of me.
I'm going to say, cut it out.
Okay.
Also,
And
can you tag other people? Can you get Mary in on this question?
you can. That's one of the things Quora really lets you do.
What was her last name again?
Mary Ellen Can.
Oh, yeah, I found her. I'm going to say,
She's gonna
Go-
kick my ass,
I was
dude.
going to say, go off on this bozo.
I
That's
don't
perfect.
want.
That's
I'm
perfect.
so scared of her. Okay. Yep. All right.
She's going to be very confused. One day, if this ever becomes popular, it's going to be very confusing.
Could we just please answer this bog
Okay.
bunny hypothetical?
Okay. All right. And it
Bog.
is a hypothetical.
Wine, crocodiles, Lord of the Rings fan experience from that time where Frodo falls in the bog.
Okay.
Very specific. Yeah, I like that.
And what it offers you is you fall in the bog.
You fall into the
And maybe
bog.
there's actors who clutch at you because that's what happens to him. There's actors at the bottom of the bog.
And there's like fake dead bodies under there.
yeah, and some of them are actors.
Great.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yes,
Yeah,
those are the actors.
Yeah.
And they're all fallen kings.
Where are bogs mostly located?
I'm going to look it up.
Florida.
Or should I not? Should I just guess?
Louisiana?
I
feel like
bet
they could be
Louisiana.
anywhere.
Anywhere in
Okay.
the American Southeast, I think, is bog country.
Marsh is very similar to bog.
Yeah, I think so.
Absolutely, it is.
You said something about peat?
Yeah.
So Pete?
What is peat? P-E-A-T.
It's like
If we could
loam.
just focus for 5
Apparently
seconds
it's
to
a
find out
type
where
of
bogs
moss.
are.
Yeah.
Could you
Peat
just...
is the surface organic layer of soil that
I
consists
need you
of
to get me a
partially-
map of every bog in America.
I'm gonna look up U.S. bog map.
Okay.
Could make peat bath mats.
Okay, so we cracked this. There's a lot of them in the southeast, but also a bunch in the northwest,
Whoa.
which I would not have guessed.
Those seem like tough bogs in the winter.
I've heard of a tough mudder, but a tough bog?
I know.
Folks, these write themselves.
I've got a big map. So the this is our bog map.
Whoa.
You got to go
Now-
to the YouTube, by the way, for the bog
Now
map.
the tan color is
Okay.
bog. So it's actually these are swamps, right? But I think
Gotcha.
this in Maine,
And
that's where the bogs are.
Maine
at.
is bog country.
It's fucking bog country up in Maine.
in the
dude.
northwest, I was looking at Coleys.
Yeah, you
I don't know what
fucking
that is.
idiot, dude. You're looking at coolies.
That can't be it.
I can't
I think that's a
imagine.
slur.
We're gonna get yelled at.
I don't know.
A lot of bayou. So Louisiana's bayou country.
I did
Makes
know
sense.
That makes
There's
sense.
many
And then
sauces that
Swamps
have
are
indicated
all
that.
over here on the East Coast.
All right, we're doing. This is too visual for the.
I'm saying all this stuff. People know what the
People
U.S.
pulled it up
is.
at home.
That's right. They did do it.
All right, home.
They're
right
driving with one hand and they've got their other hand with the map.
Just for safety, please save this link so I can find it and get the picture later.
I will.
Okay, thank you. All right, I think that is our last question.
That is our last question.
So we went out on a high note.
That's a good question.
Thank you. I look forward to getting a response from that mean woman.
She might answer already. Like she's online.
Not yet. Okay. Martin, what should we ask Quora on the way out?
You have any questions?
What did Josh ask?
Josh
What
asked about mythical creatures.
creature would be the most beneficial and least dangerous to encounter in the wild?
Let's see.
You know about bogs.
I just got bogs are fun. I just got kittens, as I told you guys before we started recording, and I've been looking up a lot of things about them. They just got neutered.
Okay.
So, I do have questions.
Okay.
Can kittens
Okay.
are kittens ticklish at all, and can they laugh?
Oh, okay. So we're gonna probably answer that one on Tuesday, and I will be sure to text you any responses.
Well, honestly, like Google has been using Quora questions to like fill those AI answers. So if you Google this eventually, you might get your own question.
You'll be
yeah.
redirected to your question about the kids.
Perfect.
Perfect. Cut it. Print it. That's the show. Martin, thank you so much for coming on Quorators, America's premier Quora-based podcast. Where can our listeners find you at home and abroad?
Thanks for having me. You can find me on Instagram at Martin Urbano Jr.
Ooh, I didn't know you were a junior.
Yeah.
That's exciting. If you want more of our show, every Thursday we have bonus episodes on patreon.com/Quorators. We go on other websites, reddit.com, TikTok. All great places to see content on the web. We also have a live show August 24th, and that's going to be fun. Will Menaker will be there. That's at Caveat Bar and Grill and Lounge, and the ticket for that is in the description of this episode. I hope to see you there in New York City, the Big Apple. Jeremy, do you have anything to add?
No.
Then forever hold your peace. That's going to be us for this week. Us for this week. Question everything.